Right, so Cain Velasquez has been denied a bail in a court hearing and must remain behind bars until his next hearing on April the 12th. Let's talk about it. Before we do, my name's Rahul J. Chan. This is the Battle Camp. Thank you very much for joining me. If you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. All right, so I posted a video about this story a couple of weeks ago now, I think it was, when this story first broke. When Cain Velasquez first got arrested, and there was some conjecture about why he was trying to kill somebody. Now, since then, so I'll post that video on March the 2nd, so that was last week, right? So since then, it's become clear that the reason, the motive for Cain Velasquez was that a 4-year-old member of his family was allegedly a 4-year-old member of his family has been abused, and the accused is a gentleman that lives in the property where Cain Velasquez used to drop his children off for daycare, right? And I've noticed there's a big outcry on social media, justice for Cain and free Cain, and people posting pictures of the guy that's been accused of doing this disgusting act. People have been posting his name, etc., etc. And I just firstly want to say that I've posted free Cain, and I just want to make it clear my position on all of this, right? I sympathize with Cain Velasquez, his motives and what he was trying to do. I understand what this guy's being accused of, and I'm not talking about Cain Velasquez, I'm talking about this other gentleman. There's no excuse for it, right? There's literally, to me, that's like the worst of the worst when it comes to crimes, right? Doing what he did, because I feel as though it's not only is it the worst crime, it's also like the most selfish thing you could probably do is what this guy's being accused of. Because like with other crimes, right, if you nick something, you steal something, it has a monetary value. Like you can say, all right, if I hit you in the face and take your watch off you, I can then sell your watch for £50. So for me, the collateral damage of hitting you in the face is worth it, because I get £50 out of that transaction, right? No matter how, like, although that is very morally wrong, right? But in terms of the way I see what this guy is accused of doing, and I have to be careful of keep saying accused and allegedly and stuff, because it hasn't been proven that he did do it, right? But what this guy is accused of doing is abusing a child for his own gratification for that moment. And he's done that knowing that his actions are likely might be a strong word, that can potentially change the course of this 4-year-old's life forever. Like it can damage, it can cause issues for the remainder of that person's life, and you're doing that for your own gratification for that moment. And it's something that you can, I'd assume you can stop yourself from doing something like that, right? I don't know how people's brains work that do these kinds of things, but if you're in that position, I'd imagine there's a point where you can say to yourself, no, I'm not going to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't see how someone can, obviously I can't see how someone can do something like that, but on top of that, I can't see how someone doesn't have that moment in their brain where they say, I shouldn't really be doing this, and then stop themselves. Does that make sense? So with that being said, I also feel like I need to clarify that There's no smoke without fire, right? So when these stories came out that this guy's been accused of doing what he did, and then it was, oh, he's done it over 100 times. Now, I don't know how you calculate the numbers, and I don't know where this information or how this information has come to light, right? Obviously, these are details we don't know. But there's something inside me that says that I believe the child or whoever it is that has reported this and uncovered this information, right? And that brings us to Cain, because although I've personally posted Free Cain, hashtag Free Cain on my Instagram just yesterday or the day before when I found out that his when his request for bail or whatever the technical term is got denied. But like, you have to look at the facts, right? So this guy, the other guy I'm on about now, who's been accused of doing what he's been accused of doing, has been allowed out on bail. And I don't know what the conditions of that bail is. So has he been allowed to go back and live in that same facility where this lady is running her daycare? And has Cain Velasquez caught wind of the fact that his family member, who has allegedly been abused over 100 times by this man, and this man's been taken to prison, and then he's been allowed back out and gone straight back where he was doing the abusing? Is that what's happened? Is that what's triggered Cain Velasquez? Is this what's pushed him over the edge? If that's what has happened, then I can sympathize with that, and I can understand why Cain Velasquez managed to find himself in the predicament that he was in, because it would probably be very difficult to control your anger if you're Cain Velasquez. But the sad fact is that he shot at a car with 3 people in there, and the person that he hit wasn't the accused. It was, in essence, someone that is innocent of any wrongdoing. Now, there's a moral conversation to have here, because if the accused is a man that is guilty of abusing this kid or kids, and this stepfather or father, I'm not sure how he's related to the accused, deep down knows that this is true, then you'd want there to be a situation where the accused is disowned and banished from the family or something along those lines. But life and relationships aren't that simple, right? And aside from this moral conversation, this man, that the stepfather, he's not done anything wrong, right? And he's the guy that's been shot. And you can't take the law into your own hands. Like, if Cain Velasquez hit the guy that was accused, and that's where it was, perhaps he could come out on bail. But as things stands, he's hit the wrong guy, and that's the fact of it, right? So I don't know how all of this plays out. I honestly don't know. Like, what I don't see any value in is Cain Velasquez sitting behind bars for years and years and years, and his child missing out on having a father figure in the house, and also having to deal with the psychological impact of going through what he's gone through. It's like, just like everyone just loses, right? And that's not nice when you think about it. But at the same time, if you're just an innocent man sitting in a car, you get shot, that's not nice either, right? Just because I sympathize with Cain, and I can see why he's done what he's done, and I can feel that anger that he must have felt, and I kind of, like, me personally sitting here when I found out about, oh, it's apparently it's happened over 100 times, I'm thinking, why is he allowed out on bail then? If someone's been accused of doing that over 100 times, then surely you should restrict him from being able to be in the same area as children, just in case it is true, just in case he is guilty, you know? Surely you should wait until he's had his day in court, and then, you know, if he's deemed innocent, he's deemed innocent. But the fact that he was out on bail, and especially if you went back to the same bloody location, then the system's failed on that account. But it's just very, very, very messy, because, like, there's too many people that have been hurt, and whatever the outcome is, it seems as though people are going to be hurt for years. But yeah, the next date is April the 12th. I'd love to know what's going on with the other case, where the other guy's been accused of doing what he's done. But yeah, these are my thoughts about Cain Velasquez not being allowed bail. Let me know what you guys think. Please put your comments below. Please feel free to share your opinions on anything that I've said, and feel free to share your own original opinions on this topic. And I'll catch you guys later.